Hey there, true cinema lovers and filmmakers alike. This is filmmaker Robert Anderson, aka the Cinema Maven, as those of you who are subscribed to my channel know me as. And I thought it'd be really fun to go over a behind the scenes thing of my fake commercial of my Godzilla bank statue. And it's something that I bought not that long ago. It's one of my favorite collectibles, and thought I'd do a fake commercial about it in the style of the old 50s and 60s commercials. And some of you who have never made a film in your life, you never thought about it, or even making any kind of video, and you're probably thinking, how on earth did I do all this? Well, I'm going to show you guys that, and hope you guys enjoy. So here we go. Now, a lot of my films or short films, if I feel like doing some kind of cool green screen effect, normally I would use a normal big green sheet that I have, an actual chroma key green sheet. But for something little as this and something so simple, I figured I might as well just go over to CVS and get some green cardboard that I bought for $2. And just place it in front of the flat screen TV in the guest bedroom in my condo. And, so I just placed it in front of the TV. And then I simply just put up my lighting kits to give it enough lighting and set up my camera. And just started posing my Godzilla bank statue the way that I wanted it. And just started having some fun. And there's not much to say about this one, just the whole dramatic, monster faces the camera, and the dramatic zoom in as well, which I did not use actually. So this is the first thing I decided to do with this guy. Now, right here, for this shot, really what I'm doing is I'm trying to choose a good angle that I would think looked good enough for the video. As you can see, this shot isn't really working because of the shadowing, and really that's my fault because I'm standing in front of the lighting kits with my camera, so that's not going to work. So I'm going in front of him, and which looks pretty cool enough, and that's how I got that zoom in shot along with the title of the video. So, and then I froze frame it right there and just added the title, and that's how that came about. This shot right here where I make Godzilla's head face the camera, I didn't want to do a full stop motion animated thing, so what I did was just do like a 1, 2, 3 thing. So I slightly moved his head with my hand once, and then another, and then one more time, and then I just edited out the parts where my hand adjusted the head. As you can see right here, he's standing on my Xfinity box, and obviously I don't want that in the shot, so I just, while the camera was on the tripod, I just panned as smoothly as I could up to his head. As you can see, it wasn't going so well right there, so I'm going to do it again. And as I was doing this, I had to keep adjusting it to where it's more loose, to where I had a more smoother pan up. Didn't go perfectly, but it was decent enough. Not that much to say about this shot here. It's just your average diagonal still shot. I love diagonal shots, as you could tell. But I try not to use them too much. This was the most awkward shot to do, because when it came to putting the change inside the Godzilla bank statue, I wanted it to be like a quick, smooth, just dropping them into him, just 1, 2, 3. As you can see, it's not going very well. It's very awkward by the time I get to the third one, so that didn't work too well. So I had no choice but to edit it to where it seemed like it was a simple, smooth, just 1, 2, 3, dropping them in there. You could still tell it was awkward, but it worked. Now, here it is, and it's pretty much finished, and I decided to use backdrops of destroyed cities, and this one I think really worked the most for the theme of Godzilla, because you know what Godzilla is. I mean, he destroys cities, he fights other monsters from outer space, and all that crazy stuff, so, Yeah, I think that I think it looks pretty good here, but I want it to look like a very old commercial from the 1950s and 60s. So, and in case you're wondering why is it so over filtered from time to time, well, the whole reason is because I wanted it to seem like a very old commercial that was not only used so much promoting these toys, but I also wanted it to seem like it's been shelved for so many years and hasn't been shown in the longest time. So that's why I used so much filters, and that's how that came about. And a lot of the commercials back in the day, back in those days, they always had a narrator that sounded so overdramatic, like catch 'em at 8 p.m. this Friday, so that's why I sound like that. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was really cracking myself up making this. It didn't turn out perfect the way that I wanted, but most of it did turn out exactly the way I visioned it. So I'm proud of this. It's one of my favorites I've ever made. So anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this behind the scenes. This has been the Cinema Maven. Keep getting your cinema on.